Good evening, everybody. And welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derek Forston.
And I'm Shanya Forston.
And all we do is show people how to start their own independent living facility. So we're super excited about that. Today is Tuesday. Today is a great day to be alive. We won't be before you guys long today. We always say that and we end up here for hours. But
right.
Today we're going to try not to do that. So again, we're going to try to just be really quick today. But again, if you're new to us and have no clue who we are just very simple people, right? We love God, we love people, and we love real estate. And we've learned to merge that all together to form what we call today independent living facilities. So
Correct.
Again, these are not group homes. These are not ILFs, assisted living facilities. These are not IDDs. All of those require a license, and all of those have their own place. So not that we shun them or we talk bad about them. We just talk about this model is what we call the right now model. There is no waiting to get into this. There is no license. There is no $30,000 sprinkler system. Correct. And again, most importantly, you don't have to own the property. So guys, I'll never forget, man, I used to be a social worker making 28 grand a year. And God allowed me to see a lady that was making 41 grand a month, housing people in rats and roaches. Shay? Bless the people real quick.
Listen, we've been going all day. We are always wanting you to bring your questions to us here on the platform so we can answer those questions for you live and in real time. This is like your coaching, right? This is your personal coaching hour of being able to get information from Forston Consultants while we divulge that information to you all here on our YouTube channel. And again, I'm Shanya Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization that takes women from homeless to hopeful, utilizing the independent living facility model that we've coined, trademarked here at Forston Consultants. Again, we are super excited to be able to share what we know, how long we've been in this game, doing this, since 2018. Derek has been traversing this land since like 2018 and from a social worker standpoint into the housing standpoint, and now fully engulfed in coaching, consulting, and housing individuals in the ILF model. We are just excited. We're just really laid back. So bring your questions. So Derek,
Absolutely.
Back to you.
So I just want to take a quick temperature of the room. Is there anybody here that's completely new to us? Anybody that's completely new to the ILF model? Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm going to just take my time today, right? I'm in no rush. Is this something that y'all have all prayed for, or something that you've always wanted to do? Or am I kind of by myself in this in terms of Shay and I, the only ones in this room that always wanted to help people get involved in real estate, but also do the will of God? Are you some of the same kind of people?
I got some me's and some yeses.
Do you guys love God, love people, and love real estate? And then also my people that are on TikTok or anywhere else to where you can only hear me and Shay. We want you guys to come over to the YouTube channel because we're going to be super laid back today. And I want to just do some kind of almost one-on-one conversations. Because anybody that's new to us, I always like to slow it down and just to show you guys where this vision came from. Mm-hmm. So I'm no rocket science. I'm no genius. In fact, guys, I barely finished high school. And thank God for me, I had a great wife who tricked me. I jokingly say that, but she tricked me to go to college, y'all, because that was not my plan. That's where I saw the vision for what I was going to eventually do for the rest of my life. God allowed me to see a lady making 41 grand a month, housing people in rats and roaches.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show a lot of pictures tonight. Right now, TikTok family, I got a picture on the screen already. But literally what you guys are going to see, I saw a lady doing the same thing, y'all. And Miss V, can you imagine making 40 grand a month? I don't know where you work at. I don't know what any of you all do right now. But I always kind of put it back on me because I never want to be an insult to anybody or be ignorant. But y'all, I was making 28 grand a year. I couldn't imagine making 40 grand a month. And when God showed me that lady, he was like, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro, but look at what I make doing it. Sweet tea, that lady opened up her phone and said, Derek, look at what I make doing it. She went boop, 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 boop. And she showed me her phone. And I'll never forget that day, y'all, because to me, that was like the beginning of everything. Because as I nearly fainted when she showed me those numbers, I was like, oh, my God, I got to get in this. If you make 41 grand a month, housing people in rats and roaches, I said to myself, can you imagine what's going to happen to my life if I do this the right way? Because, y'all, these are God's people. And one day we're going to be held accountable for how we treated them. So the devil is a liar that we going to make this kind of money and pray God to change our life, and then we mistreat the people that he entrusts us with. So I'm no pastor, I'm no priest, I'm no bishop, but you will hear Shay and I talk about a lot about the love of God and mixing it with real estate.
Yeah.
So if you have our one-on-one coaching, you're like Miss Shoshana. Shoshana was just like most of y'all that just was praying to God to change your life, and you were scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, and here I go pop up right in your face.
Just running
my big mouth. But that was your prayer and my prayer merging together. Shay and I pray every night that God, we want to find like-minded people that's got your heart, God, not Derek and Shay's heart. God, we want to find people that got your heart that want to do this, that want to change their life, their city, and their family's trajectory when it comes to their finances.
Exactly.
Guys, it's hard to do God's will sometimes if you don't got the money to do it. It takes money to run the kingdom. On this side of heaven, lights and water cost money. Gas bills cost money. So make no mistake about it, guys. You need to make money to move the hand of some things.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my list, just little intro spiel. I'm going to get it back to Shay.
So I have some questions, though. I want to kind of throw some questions at you in regards to some of the stumbling blocks. I think we talk a lot about, where we are now, but talk to everyone about some of the stumbling blocks that you faced early on entering into this space, right? You started out as a social worker, case manager, discharge planner. You had all of those roles within a mental health hospital. But what were the stumbling blocks that you faced in the interim of getting started?
My first initial stumbling block, Shay, was like a lot of people that are here. They're trying to learn this, but nobody won't share it. So I've been seeing this new word that people use called gatekeeping. Do you guys know what gatekeeping is?
Yeah.
Because I'll admit, when I first saw it, I didn't really know what that meant. But that means when people have the information, but they keep it all for themselves. Now, trust me, I don't see anything wrong with somebody running a business and selling information. But if you know us, we got a whole YouTube channel where we go live every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday that we call Miss Audrey our complimentary content. Right. One of my coaches taught me that. I didn't come up with that, and I'm not going to steal it. So I'm trying to get away from talking about my free content. It's actually not free because you got to pay. You got to pay attention. Mm-hmm. So we call it our complimentary content.
I love that.
So, but notice I gave credit to where I got that from.
Yeah.
That didn't come from me, Shay. That comes from somebody that I'm learning from that's actually in the same industry, but on a way higher level than I am. I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah.
Right? You're new to us, and I love that because you're the kind of people that we're always looking for. People that want to get into this, but have no clue where to start it. So, Shay, problem number one, people gatekeeping it, not wanting to share it.
Okay.
Number two was, again, just actually having the belief that I can do this.
Yeah.
Does that make sense too, Shay?
I say mindset. Mindset matters.
That's it.
Mindset matters in the process. Even
though I saw somebody doing it, you always got to imagine yourself doing it. Mm-hmm. So I saw a lady, Shay, doing this the wrong way. So I just said, why not me?
Okay.
Meaning, get into this and do it the right way.
Right.
Why can't I leave my job to do something that God has called me to? And again, what I love about these so much, again, is no license required. I don't have to own the property.
Right.
But back to Shay's original question, one of those stumbling blocks, and I don't want to go too far. I'll stop right there, Shay, was how do I get this information to even to get started? Who can I talk to? And that's why, because I knew this, I offer a free complimentary content on YouTube, but I also offer a free discovery call once you watch my free webinar.
Yeah.
We filmed a 59-minute webinar that'll change most of y'all life. So if you text the phrase more info, that's MOREINFO, just those two words, more info, to the phone number 407-326-0086. That number is scrolling below right now. Just text more info to that. That's complimentary to you, what people hear from me.
Information and all of all of our course material is all trademarked by and copyrighted by USPTO.
Absolutely. So guys, don't be fooled by these people that's trying to teach you this and don't have it down like we do. Right. So on this picture right here is me as that poor social worker begging God to get into this. Mm-hmm. So most of y'all are just like me. I often tell you guys that you guys are not really far from me and my family.
Yeah.
And that's what's pretty cool about my prayer and y'all prayer. God merges us together for what we call for such a time as this. Mm-hmm. So this me begging God to change my life and begging God to help me financially, begging God to put me in a position to help people. And this is what I was shown. This is what I saw, y'all. People in burnt up kitchens, beds on the ground. Y'all, and I saw a lady making $41,000 a month doing this. Can y'all imagine that? As that lady was coming into my hospital, W. Woods, with her Gucci shoes on, her Fendi outfit, the best money weave can buy, and her nails were always done. You know the materialistic stuff when you know people are doing well in life, driving the Mercedes-Benz, the Cadillac trucks. When you usually see that stuff, you can almost assume somebody's doing well. And y'all, one thing about this girl that I can really appreciate, she didn't try to hide it or sugarcoat it. She says, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro. You keep sending me these people. But what y'all don't know is, because some of y'all gonna think I'm a threat, I just never saw the inside of these places. I had a desk, I had a phone, and a legal pad. That's it. I said, man, you know what? Nobody want to teach me what this is. And Miss Carter, I said, I'm going to go by myself. And I jokingly say this all the time, Miss Carter, but if you don't have your glasses on today, you may not see the cinder blocks that are holding those beds up. If you know somebody making 41 grand a month and the conditions look like that and that don't bother you, you on the wrong YouTube channel. I'm going to tell you right now, if this don't bother you, that somebody was making 41 grand a month with people's beds on cinder blocks, the other bed is on the floor, the fan is on a banana box, the devil is a liar, guys. And I'll never forget, I said, God, if you let me get into this and I do well at it, I'll go all over the world teaching it and I'll never take any credit. So watch me do that right now for 2 seconds. Guys, without God, I'm a nobody. But with God, most of y'all gonna think I'm a genius by the time we end this room tonight. Because I just told you I'm no genius. Shay tricked me to go to college. And through the grace of God, I finished that. And that's what God showed me the vision of how I would get into this. By showing me somebody that was doing it the wrong way. What do we turn this into now? And tonight's room is brought to you guys by Digital Flow Solutions. It's the system that runs all 8 of our businesses, including the ILF. Because with your website build out, your phone line, we all need a business phone, social media, marketing, funnels, automations, and the list goes on and on. Go ahead.
So Jermaine Mills asks, should I wait to market when I get my website and email or start now with my current number? So Jermaine, if we have not selected your number, let me know, or text message the DFS team, Digital Flow Solutions team, and let them know that you do want to get your number up and operational. They will activate your account and they will go ahead and select or help you find a phone number. They will activate that phone number and the phone number will be operational as of immediately to make and receive calls. You will only not be able to do the text messaging because we have to do an A2P verification, which is a verification process that tells the government that you are a legal entity, and it gives you approval as a voice over IP user to utilize SMS messaging. So that's something that we do once the website is attached and set up. So you can text the DFS team, Digital Flow Solutions team, and let them know that you want to go ahead and get your account activated. So that's the subscription added, and then you'll have access to the phone. So just that's what you can do. But I would not wait to start networking. As you're networking and advertising, as long as you have your business entity set up, you have the name of the business, you want to go ahead and make sure make sure your social media stuff is up, right? Make sure you have all of those things up and available and running. Those are going to be some of the easiest and fastest entry points to marketing in this realm. You want to make sure that stuff is available and set up, so that way you're not just driving them to nowhere. Right? They're going to want to see that you have some type of physical, some social proof, right? They want to see that you have some type of social media or some type of digital asset that is attached to your entity. So back to you, Derek.
Good stuff. So as we continue to go, I just want to make sure that all of the new people just kind of know where this came from. And y'all, I got tons of slides of this stuff because I knew eventually one day that when I begin to tell this story, I knew people wouldn't believe me. So this is the whole purpose of why I show this. And again, this is just me as that social worker begging to get into this. Yeah. And again, these are some of the conditions that I saw: the rats, the roaches, the people that had beds on the floor. So all of these things, again, man, just can you imagine housing people like this? I hope
they
you
do
can.
it. But people do it, Derek. That's the sad thing about it.
And people do it. So just like this slide, as the young man is sitting on that bed, and I tried my best to keep his face out of it. Now that picture is so small, and I got another bigger one, but there's needles all over that room, guys. There was beer cans on the floor, in the closet, liquor bottles all over the place. And guys, the devil is a liar. That we're going to make this kind of money and beg God to change our life, and then put people in these kind of conditions. Ridiculous. And just so that you guys kind of know what broke the straw, or excuse me, broke the camel's back. I think that's that saying, right?
The straw that broke the camel's back.
Was Shay. You remember this story as I came home crying to you. Do you remember that day? Said, babe, I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor for $750.
Yeah, I remember
Y'all,
that.
it broke my heart. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't imagine somebody that would allow that, and while you were making the money.
Yeah.
That's the part. Like, this lady wasn't struggling, y'all. And guess what? Because I'm real honest, Miss Audrey, I was the social workers, Jeffrey's family, that sent that lady to this place.
Yeah.
But remember, before I found out
you didn't. Can we,
that it was a bad place, I didn't know it.
Can we hold right there
Go
for
ahead.
a second? I want to hold right there for a second, because you said you never saw the inside of this place. So you just had a list of numbers and names of housing providers that you just literally made a phone call to. They came in, they did their thing, and or if not, they took a phone call and that was it, right? What would you say that I want you to share with them, like, how did that moment really mark? How did that become a defining moment in you starting your journey for this ILF model? Like, what really promoted that or pushed that? Not just seeing it, but it
pushed it because, again, I saw the opportunity for me to offer something better. And as I tell folks, the part that really broke my heart, y'all, was not the fact that she was sleeping on the floor. It was the fact that she didn't mind it, that she thought that that was normal.
Hold on.
Did y'all hear that?
Wait.
She thought that this was normal.
So,
and she was okay with it. In fact, her statement was, Derek, at least I don't have to sleep outside in the streets. And she was so modest, and she was so grateful to be in that place. That's the part, ladies and gentlemen, that breaks my heart. That she was so grateful to be in a roach-infested house and didn't have to be outside because she was a female, which she thought would have been very dangerous for her. That broke my heart. So, and I said, I got to get in this, y'all.
And what I want people to understand, too, because a lot of people don't know or have a social work background. We have a social worker that normally comes with us when we do events or comes to our events, and she gives her experience. She is one that is out in the field. She does follow-ups and all sorts of different things with residents in their living environment, whether it's in the woods or in a shared living home or in a group home, in whatever type of setting that she goes into. And tell them, Derek, about how what she tells us about how she enters into these homes because of the conditions. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Are you talking about the skin thing?
No, I'm talking about the case manager that goes into these homes and what she does with her shoes and her socks.
Oh, right. So that's actually on my YouTube channel, right? So we got interviews of case managers telling you guys kind of what they're used to. So depends on how long you've been around us or how far back you go on my YouTube channel, because I got over 950 videos, almost, I think 980 now, of just under the live tab. So we got a lot of stuff, but we got an interview with a social worker that talked about when she walks into these kind of places, how she'll tuck her pants leg inside of her socks. So imagine today, if you were wearing pants, imagine you putting your socks over the bottom of your pants so that bugs and bed bugs and roaches can't crawl into your shoes or your pants. That's sad, ladies and gentlemen. I want a case manager to be able to walk into my place, sit down, and have a drink of water if they want it.
Oh, a cup of coffee.
And not feel so squirmish because of what it looks like or smells like. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
So again, to me, it's not. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go finish what you was going to say, and I'll jump in. So the reason why I wanted to emphasize that is because I want people to realize why, the stigma is there is such a stigma on group homes and different types of housing models, because a lot of times the caretakers or the case managers cannot safely go in and deliver or render the services that they need to. So it makes it harder for this population type or any type of population, right? Even if it's home health, like it can be any type, it can be occupational health, it can be physical therapy, it can be whatever, home health, right? To go into these homes and render services. If it's not a safe place, what happens is, they remove themselves or their services from that individual. So now we're seeing such a huge uptick in mental health, right? We're seeing a lot of upticks in mental health diagnosis and just different things in regular population. Now, imagine if every ILF or every group home was in that same shape and format. A lot of organizations are pulling their staff out of those work environments because of liability. So now you've got a population that can't get ongoing care outside of the mental health facility. What if they cannot travel to the mental health facility, or there's some they don't have the ability to access their person to help them, right? Their case manager, their compass, what you call them, or their guide. Now they're in another situation where they're not getting what they need, whether it's care, whether it's follow-up, whether it's, access to SSI or SSDI, because they're helping them walk through the application process and all of these different things. So this is one of the biggest reasons Derek and I had to change what the model looked like. We had to really get in there and make it worthwhile and safe for case managers and social workers to work on a regular basis and make them comfortable doing so.
I want you to use that number that's scrolling below right now. And also, if you haven't joined our free Facebook Academy, because I want everybody to see what Shoshana did today.
Yeah.
That's a part of your coaching anyway, but she showed you. So I want you guys to go and see that. It's called The ILF Academy
on Facebook.
My name is Derek Forston. I improved this entire message, and I want you guys to follow me on Facebook. Derek Forston on Facebook. Be my friend. And everywhere else at Forston Consultants, follow us. This beautiful lady, follow her at the Angela Denise Foundation. Mm-hmm. She's also Shaniye Forston on everywhere else too.
It's a lot to
spell. So spell it in the chat for them, Shay, and also bless them with your music. This girl is a songbird too, y'all. That's one of the things that kind of wooed me into Shay. Her looks, her accent, her attitude, and how she carried herself, but also that she can sing. And I won't tell y'all this one story. Now, one day I will. Maybe the IMB people. No. I'm going to give y'all the story of what Shay did one time.
No.
And it was through singing. Yes, I am.
No.
Yes,
no, you ain't. No,
IMB family, y'all going to hear it.
No.
I'm going to tell you how Shay singing changed my life.
The same way he almost left me and went to the airport.
I wish God speed on your life, on your health, and your finances. And I pray that if you want to do this, no devil in hell can stop it. No hater, no naysayer, and not the girl you grew up with in high school who always hated you.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop this. Because if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. And your first step is texting the phrase more info. So MOREINFO to 407-326-0086.
He's gonna get busted,
scrolling
y'all.
At the bottom of the screen is also in the chat on TikTok. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done for the night. We'll see you guys on
They'll
Saturday.
See you on Saturday.
Oh, right, because we're still here. But
they'll see you on Saturday.
I'll have a special guest Saturday.
Now,
right? Now to know that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think,
according to God's power that worketh in us.
You guys be great, and we'll see y'all next time.
Love y'all. Have a